Hello guys, Charles here and welcome back to my channel. So today I want to share with you a 9-note scale which I probably use, 90% of the time. It's definitely my default scale. Now we're going to build up to this so that you guys who ask me a lot about visualization understand where I'm seeing these shapes from and where the patterns are coming from. So we'll build it up step by step and hopefully this will help you guys out. So of course with a 9-note scale there's extra notes in there compared to our normal 7-note scale. So it's a really great sound that gives you those passing notes, those chromatic colours, but in a very simple to apply way, or at least I found it quite simple. So hopefully you guys will find this useful too. So visualization wise, I use chord shapes as my primary visualization. However, when I learn a scale, I kind of learn to connect it to a chord shape and they kind of become indistinguishable. So this A minor pentatonic position, which is going to be our first starting scale today, that to me is exactly the same as this like E minor chord shape built on the 5th fret. So that's our starting structure, which is of course 5 notes. So although that's a minor pentatonic and we're seeing that in the A minor position, I'm going to be talking about this scale in terms of the relative major of C major. So I'm thinking of this as a C major pentatonic. So the first way to add a bit of colour to that, which you'll have all done before, is to add the blues note. So that's just simply adding, in the major context, adding a flat 3 between the 2nd and the 3rd. If you prefer thinking of this minor, then in terms of A minor we've added the flat 5th, but again I'm going to keep referring to things by the major scale. So I've already got a bit of passing colour there and I'm now on a 6-note scale. So hopefully you can see we're starting to build up. Now next, I'm not adding these in any particular order, but I think probably the next one would be the equivalent of the flat 6 or the sharp 5, again, relative to the major. So this is giving us that bebop passing note. In this instance, that would be adding the note G sharp or A flat. Now, this is really nice because it gives us 2 chromatic sections within this pentatonic shape. So we've got we've now got these 2 passing note sections which look like this. So now I've got 2 chromatic passing notes, which again starting to make the scale sound a little bit more chromatic, a little bit more interesting, a bit more colour to it. Now these are really nice, these patterns, because for example in these bottom frets here, this power chord shape, I can do little phrases like this. Or I can just mess around with that movement basically. Really fun stuff. So we're already now on 7 notes. We're on a 7-note scale. Now I promised you 9 notes. We're going to keep going. So the next note, again in no particular order, I'd probably add the 4th relative to the major scale. So that's going to be an F in this instance. So I have this now. So I've now got a chromatic run of 4 notes between the 2nd and the 4th. Just adding that 1 note, we've added that chromaticism in there, even more so. Again, back to this little pattern I like to mess around with. Apologies for the seagulls. All I'm doing there is A, F, G sharp, E, G, E flat, D, C, E, something like that. So we're now on an 8-note scale. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So my final note I would add to this would be the major 7 if we're thinking of this as C major, or the second degree if we're thinking of this as A minor. But in this example of C major and A minor, that's going to be the note B. Just simply adding that passing note there. So I've now got so much colour in that scale, but visualization wise, I'm still just seeing my C major or A minor pentatonic. So that gives me all 9 notes now, and there's plenty of colour, as I've just said. In terms of application, I'd use this obviously on any key scale. If I was in the key of C major, I would use that exact shape. I'd also use it, as we've discussed, on the relative minor. So in this instance, it would be A minor 7. And of course, because of the way that functional harmony works, when you're moving through the changes, as long as you can refer them back to the key scale, be it a major key scale or a relative minor key scale, then you can use this scale here. Plenty of color options available to you over any chord type, really. So like I said at the start of this video, I really do use this as my default scale, but visualization wise, I'm still just seeing things in terms of the caged position shapes, or if you prefer to think of it as pentatonic scale shapes, again, I see those kind of as one and the same. So give that scale a go, see how you can fit it into your playing. It's a great way to start to add those passing notes into your playing in a way where hopefully the framework is quite comfortable using that pentatonic scale. If you did find that one useful, please do give it a like, subscribe, ding that notification bell, and share with any of your friends who could do with spicing up their pentatonic scale. And as always, I hope you're all doing very well, getting plenty of practice in, and I very much look forward to seeing you in the next one. Cheers.
Roll up, let me embed a story you'll never forget. A drip, drip, but drowning in debt now. You can't buy your way out, and I heard you find it difficult to cope well. Hereby this bottle full of hope and limited supply, short-lived desire. You'll be needing some mirrors for the smoke guy. What a steal, let's make a deal. I'll keep you well if you keep to healing. What a slogan, so well spoken. I'll make the wound if you keep it open. You could have this life as well if you buy these things that we're trying to sell. Get the girl.